The WSL Championship Tour is the battle for the world title of surfing. Once considered the dream tour, the newest era of the league is a paradigm shift to daunting waves and high-pressure stakes. Welcome to Australia's proving ground.
We're really looking forward to some amazing performances in what will be a high-stakes event.
Margaret River is stop 5 of 10 on the CT, the midpoint of our year, and this unique event is highlighted by a field-reducing mid-season cut.
A lot on the line for some competitors.
The cut has turned this once quiet event into a loud stage of drama.
Stand up! Stand up!
The GOAT will be rocked. Careers are on the line.
Hold your head high.
World champions will celebrate, and the most popular surfer in the world is back.
He's still the man to beat.
WSL presents the Western Australia Margaret River Pro.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Margaret River is located in the remote southwest corner of the Australian continent. The roaring 40s, strong western winds found in the southern hemisphere generate powerful open ocean swells that travel across the Indian Ocean and make a direct impact on Surfers Point and its offshore reef referred to as main break.
West is best. You're gonna hear that all the time because we're in Western Australia. It's an incredible state in this wonderful country that is really hard to compare to anywhere else on this continent. It is beautiful, it's rugged, it's wild.
This place is very open to all the available swell, and we always get big surf here.
It's power surfing, but it's radical power surfing. It's those surfers that can really tap into that power, use their rail, and really dig into aggressive style of surfing. They're going to do really well.
This is the event where the cut goes down. The race for the final 5 is well and truly underway now. Who's going to be feeling that pressure and how are they going to handle it?
Main break is such a challenge for the surfers. They're constantly having to adapt. You can't just rock up 2 days before the event and expect to win this place. It's a place where you have to put your heart and soul into it. These waves of power and consequence, you can't just learn them overnight.
Go, 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 go!
She's gonna let wrist go. She takes it, pulls into the pit and makes it. Carissa goes off the top and bounces it vertically, and the 5-time world champ just pulled off a miracle moment.
It's one of the best feelings when you kind of shock yourself.
Carissa Moore, a 9.63.
I felt like the universe kind of gifted me that one and was on my side, so thank you.
We are here at stop number 5, the Western Australia Margaret River Pro, a high-stakes event, a venue that presents so many challenges.
A morning like this is what you dream about in West Oz. Really beautiful, crisp offshores. There's lines on the horizon.
It speaks for itself, especially today. You got main break absolutely pumping. Sun's out, mountains are just glistening. It's beautiful, you know.
Joao Chianca and Molly Picklum are the current WSL rankings leaders and will be wearing yellow in Margaret River. The two suffered disappointing defeats here last year and were cut from the championship tour.
What a year it's been for them. Last year, this was the day that brought more emotion than they've ever felt in their career.
I think I just have to find myself, find hope in the hopeless, you know?
Look, it sucks, but I'm excited for the next years to come on tour and try and get there again.
Forced to fight back, both successfully requalified and have been on an absolute tear in the first 4 events of 2023.
Looking back 1 year ago, saddest day of my life. Find myself on the top of the ranking. You gotta feel really special.
I'm just enjoying the energy and what it's bringing for me. And yeah, I really do hope I keep it. I hope I keep it all year.
I think that surfing here is insane.
Massive backside reverse, and he sticks it like a whole new level of commitment.
Greatest thing I've ever seen.
Absolute mastery.
Gilbray throws the big tail high air reverse.
Absolutely laying the board on rail there.
Chianca, world number one. He started off with a two-bride.
If you win this contest, definitely putting your hat in the ring for one of the best surfers ever.
John Florence is the ace of Margaret River.
This turn right here is just next level stuff.
When John surfs, fans, friends, foes, and rivals all stop to watch.
Because it's party time. John Florence just hit the water. John rewrote the book on how to perform on main break.
Oh my goodness.
There's not many people on the planet can do that.
There is a whole nother gear.
Straight into one of those trademark hacks.
No one's ever come close. John Florence is your 2019 Margaret River Pro Champion.
We saw John recreate how to power surf out here. No one had really gone there before, and he really set the bar of where you can go with power surfing out here.
He can sink the rail of his board so deep that he can hold that line like no one else. And that just gives him a monster advantage here. As long as he's in the draw here, he'll always be the favourite.
Yeah, WA is one of my favorite places in the world. It just has that kind of power that Hawaii has that I've grown up with. There's something about the speed of this wave. It's some of my favorite type of surfing because I can just go as fast as I ever wanted to into a turn and just kind of lean back and just let the board take its track.
Margaret River's main break is a wave of consequence. It's big, burly, raw, and wild.
She's still getting rolled by the big ones?
Yeah,
so it's tough.
Looks really cool.
In the women's opening round, the world's best attacked this intimidating wave with a fearless commitment.
Huge takeoff, Tyler Wright.
Beautiful first turn off the top. I personally love to see the women in bigger surf. We're so capable of surfing these waves if we get the opportunity. We've seen it, when Chopu got announced on the tour, the women excelled there. And main break's just another example of that.
Bronte looks fantastic on this wave.
Caroline Marks, she's got a dynamic, reliable backhand. And there it is on display.
Well, here goes Carissa. She just seems very comfortable in these conditions.
Western Australia has so much power behind the waves. It's just so similar to Hawaii.
The waves are beautiful today. It's some of the best we've gotten all year. The rest of the forecast actually looks really hopeful as well.
The mid-season cut is here, and Margaret River is the battle for survival.
There is so much on the line here. The cut is looming. The race for the Rip Curl WSL finals continues.
Careers are on the line. Hearts will be broken and dreams crushed.
He has officially not made the cut.
I realize how much I do care.
Who will rise above and make the cut?
So stressful.
The Western Australia Margaret River Pro continues. The Western Australia Margaret River Pro is stop 5 on the WSL Championship Tour. We are now halfway through the 2023 season, and at the point where the mid-season cut will reduce our field of competitors. The top 22 men and 10 women will move forward and contest for the final 5. Those under the cut line will be relegated down and forced to requalify. For some, this may be the end of a career.
The tone of the competition with the mid-season cut is unbelievably dramatic.
It's really cutthroat, and it's just a stressful situation for those surfers below the cut line. It's going to bring us inspired performances. We saw that here last year at Margaret River, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
On the bubble and fighting for a big result are Tour veterans Courtney Conlog, Lakey Peterson, Sally Fitzgibbons, and last year's event winner, Isabella Nichols.
Some tough news just coming in. Macy Callahan, she has officially not made the cut.
over the past 2 events, I realised how much I do care, and yeah, I'll give it another go and see how I go.
Mid-season cut time. It's a weird situation.
Best day of my life and worst day of my life. Right here.
There will be casualties, and I think we're going to lose long-time campaigners.
Well, you head high.
The only real question marks for me is what Courtney Conalog's going to do and what Joanne Defay's going to do.
Your name's on these stairs.
Yeah, 3 times. It doesn't look like it today.
Heartbreak for Brisa Hennessy as she is still just getting mowed down by these big white water plumes.
Oh boy, that's heavy.
The brutality of sport is that it's all about winning and losing. To the victors go the spoils.
Stephanie Gilmore is an 8-time world champion. After 17 years on the CT, the greatest of all time is now fighting for her spot on tour.
Gabriella Bryan and Stephanie Gilmore were starting their battle now. Stephanie Gilmore, she's playing catch-up. Gabriella Bryan, last year's runner-up here, has just dropped to 6.17. Gilmore finally puts a ride together here.
Yeah, beautiful first 2 turns, just laying that rail on that second one.
What a scintillating first 2 turns. That was Steph Gilmore at her best, and she has to be because Gabriella Bryan absolutely revels in the power.
Oh, she's going to hang on for the finish here, and Gabriella Bryan answers beautifully with a 7.53. Oh, here we go. Gilmore up at the moment, going after the lead here. Needs a 5.7. Nice clean wall. The offshores, they suit Stephanie Gilmore. Yeah, it's a 6.83. Gilmore gets herself in front, and Gabriella Bryan now needs a 7.31. She's happy with that finish, and so she should be. But the result is in the bag. Steph, she just seems very focused at the moment and really giving herself a great chance with that heat win of shoring up her position and making the cut.
It did go your way, and another thing that's gone your way is the cut. You've officially made it, Stephanie. Well done.
Oh, really? Oh, far out. So stressful.
The mid-season cut is designed to enhance the level of competition in the back half of the year. More focused events will feature better waves and higher-ranked competitors. For the men, the cut line sits at 22. At risk are Tour veterans Chloe Andino, Zeke Lau, last year's Rookie of the Year Samuel Pupo, and the GOAT, Kelly Slater.
Stand up! Stand up!
And obviously a lot on the line for some competitors, and some not able to go on with the job and get themselves above that cut line. So it was an unfortunate moment there for Sammy.
Well, the clock is going to be Jackson's enemy right now. Big result for Callum Robson. He'll continue his climb. Heartbreak for Jackson.
Yeah, it's not nice, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
All those heats earlier in the year that should have swung my way that didn't. Now I'm sitting here falling off tour.
Tough to see a name like Andino knocked out of the mid-season cut.
The championship tour is reserved for the best surfers in the world, and it's an absolute fight for the top 22 spots. Unfortunately, many great surfing talents are eliminated by the mid-season cut.
Coming up next, we'll be seeing Kai O'Belly and Baron Mamiya, a couple of big power surfers.
Baron Mamiya had a breakout win at Sunset Beach last year, and the Hawaiian is considered a prodigy. However, this year, Mamiya has struggled. Well below the cut line, Baron must win here in the round of 32 to continue his championship tour career.
Kai O'Belly, a guy who's got a great shot to potentially win this whole contest. Mid-face bottom turn and slams it.
Baron Mamiya, big carving turn, hits that white water. Another little smack of that lip.
Baron behind the cut is still keeping his dream alive. This is the time. Baron Mamiya Needs a 5.84. Wave looking solid so far. Clean arc to start. Well done for Mamiya. And the North Shore of Oahu local boy throws down the arc, trying to keep his spot on tour. Big vertical with the air jump. And he's feeling it.
It was definitely his best ride, Joe, but here's Kayabella. You know he's going to answer.
And he's looking incredible. Wow. What a connection.
We have some very important scores that have dropped in. All right, Kayabella, your last wave was a 5.87. Baron Mamiya, your last wave was a 6.83, enough for the win.
Well, the finish on the top, but Baron dropping that wave around 5.6.
Just made it. Baron Mamiya managed to save his place on the CT.
Kelly Slater is the biggest cutline story of the year. 11 world titles, 56 wins, and over 3 decades on the championship tour. Is this the end of the GOAT?
You're seeing the GOAT with his back against the wall, and this might be it.
You're right there on the cut line. What are your thoughts on that?
That sucks.
WSL presents the Western Australia Margaret River Pro. This contest is the halfway point of our year. And here in Margaret River, the mid-season cut will drastically reduce the championship tour. The men's field will be cut from 34 to 22. Under this line, no one is safe, including the greatest of all time, Kelly Slater.
The cut is providing a crazy moment in pro surfing history when you think of Kelly Slater himself potentially facing elimination from full-time competition.
In the midst of an underperforming year, Slater, for the first time in his career, finds himself in a must-win situation.
51 years of age, 11 world titles, 56 championship tour wins. Not showing any signs of pressure, sitting behind the midseason cut. Opened up with authority.
My mindset's pretty good. I think I know what I got to do. I got to go out and win. And it's funny, after 30 years, you think you just have it locked in, but you actually just sort of pick up some scar tissue on the way of, mistakes you made or things in your head or whatever. And if your mind's not clear, you can make mistakes pretty easily. And that's been really the case for me the last 2 seasons.
He just looked so on fire, and just his timing as well was impeccable. That board looks so good under his feet.
Kelly with a big win in the opening round over world #1.
The real #1, right here. I'm gonna go out and have some fun, and with the good conditions, I get a lot more excited.
Kelly Slater faces Liam O'Brien in the round of 32. Both are fighting for their spot on tour. The heat winner will make the cut, and the loser will finish under the line.
Kelly Slater has been on tour for over 3 decades, and we've never had a situation where we're thinking this is it. We've had situations where we're guessing he might move on his own terms, but it's never been, okay, he's not qualifying, he's not making the mid-season cut.
Thousands of fans turned up to support Kelly Slater. Can the GOAT find the magic for one more heroic win?
You're seeing the GOAT with his back against the wall, and this might be it. As we watch him live, the 51-year-old completes that big first turn. Kelly looks inspired. Surfing so incredibly well. He's 51 and he's doing this. He's throwing down some of the best power moves we've seen from him in a long time. And looks like Liam's found himself an answer. Nice, clean redirect off the top from O'Brien. Making it look smooth, and he will ride away. O'Brien just got a lead change over Kelly Slater. This young second-year surfer on tour has this rad mojo going against Kelly. Every time Kelly gets away, he's got an answer. Kelly needs a 9.36.
Yeah, Kelly's got a wave here. Again, he starts beautifully.
He looks like he is putting everything he has into this heat so he doesn't get cut off tour. He's getting in the mix. Now needing a 7.7. Kelly, maybe his last chance to survive this cut. He's in a must-win situation. Hard off the bottom, there's a vertical. Has to dance down with the whitewater. Hits it again under the lip. Bit off balance, but recovers. And now throwing down a final snap.
He has left nothing on the table.
Scores coming in for Kelly.
All right, last score for Kelly Slater, chasing a 7.7, is a 5.77. So Liam O'Brien takes the win.
And Kelly Slater has not made the cut. Let's see what the destiny will be for Kelly Slater. Will he stay a full-time competitor on this tour?
Is he going to announce his retirement? These are questions that we've been asking for a long time.
For the men, the mid-season cut is over, and these 22 have locked in their spots for the road to the final 5. Kelly Slater with his loss drops to 27th overall, and the GOAT has failed to make the mid-season cut.
Wow, we woke up this morning to some special news, a big press release. The GOAT's not going anywhere. Gave the wild card to Kelly Slater. He accepted the spot to surf for the rest of the season.
It still feels like Kelly believes that he's got more to give, which is awesome for us as surf fans.
The whole surfing world breathes a sigh of relief that it's not going to end this way. We still got the GOAT on tour.
For more than a decade, Lakey Peterson and Sally Fitzgibbons have been championship tour standouts at the top of the rankings. However, this year a wave of new generation surfers have pushed them both out of the top 10. The tour veterans now find themselves deep below the cut line and fighting for their careers.
The Californian on an important wave, trying to keep her spot on tour.
I'm here to fight till the bitter end. I don't want to fall off tour. I love this tour. I think I'm surfing well enough to be on, but everyone's really good. And if I do fall off, I guess that's just meant to be. And the Challenger Series will be fun in different ways and a different challenge for me.
She is pumped. Well done for Lakey Peterson, keeping her dream alive. She moves on to the quarterfinals.
Now you can go all the way.
Yeah, thanks. Jeez.
Lakey Peterson's win puts her over the line. And now Sally Fitzgibbons is forced into a must-win quarterfinal heat against Caroline Marks.
As we see Caroline up now, she banked a good score, 7.67 for Caroline Marks, and Sally Fitzgibbons now has quite a bit of work to do.
Sally surfing for her life.
Surfing for a spot on the CT here up against Caroline Marks. Sally dropped a 5.83 on her first ride, but Caroline Marks, she's up again. She's trying to put it out of reach for Sally with a single ride. Rock solid start to finish. Two-wave total of 16.5. That's hard to turn around. We've got to celebrate this individual, such a powerhouse, but her second year in a row not making the cut, it just hasn't come together for her.
You've officially made the cut.
No, I haven't. I feel like you're joking with me. I don't even know how that works.
The mid-season cut is now complete, and these top 10 women will contest the remaining 5 championship tour events and battle for the 2023 World Title of Surfing. Main break Margaret River is pumping. Medina, Colapinto, and John Florence light up the men's round of 16 when the Western Australia Margaret River Pro continues.
Meets it with authority, rides out super clean.
WSL presents the Western Australia Margaret River Pro. This spectacular corner of the world sits on Wadandi Buja. The Wadandi, also referred to as the Saltwater People, are the traditional owners of this Buja, or country, located in the southwest corner of Australia. The WSL family was welcomed to Wadandi Buja, and all took the time to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. At main break Margaret River, the men's round of 16 hits the water. The mid-season cut is now over, and the narrative shifts to the world title chase.
The world champion in all his glory, opening up with an 8.17.
It's trying to surf smart and play with priority strategy, and then when I really need to go big, we're gonna go big.
Gabriel Medina, this guy is just the miracle man when it comes to tricky end sections, Kibes.
It's just a ferocious approach, right, from Gabe Medina. Speed off the bottom, attacking the lip, no hesitation whatsoever.
It's just so good to go out there and surf with freedom, you know? Feel all the pressure of this jersey, but also really having fun with my surfing.
Number 1 in the world, Joao Chianca, looking so comfortable in yellow. Colapinto picking up a wave with some size. How was that? Smooth. Vertical lip over the foam. End section. Meets it with authority. Rides out super clean.
I feel like there's a lot of guys surfing really good right now, so my confidence is good. Just let the surfing do the talking. That'll probably be the recipe to win it.
It's low on the left, and landings don't get much more smooth than that. That was unbelievable, just greased it.
How was that turn?
The waves are actually really fun. I got some fun waves in that heat. I love surfing so much, and so when I can kind of peel everything else away and just go out and just do my thing, and I really enjoy that, surfing waves like this when you're going to get your opportunity to do what you want to do.
In the women's world title race, Molly Picklum leads the pack wearing the yellow jersey. However, in a quarterfinal upset, Picklum is outsurfed by local wildcard Bronte McCauley.
And look what she's done into the semifinals.
Molly is eliminated, and Bronte, the hometown hero, moves into the semifinals to face Carissa Moore.
I think we're going to have a really good matchup on our hands. Bronte, she's probably the most experienced woman out here. However, she's coming up against Carissa Moore, 5-time world champ, Olympic gold medalist.
Peterson, a Hawaiian, and
Carissa Moore, a quick start.
Yeah, it was a nice opening ride. She brings it through to the inside and tries to ride out in front of that foam, but just gets bucked off.
As we see Carissa up, a couple of hits on the end of this ride. She'll be on her way to her best number. A very measured approach to finish this one off, but that is what this situation in the heat really asked for. 4.5 minutes to go. Bronte, she's going to have to step things up. All right, let's see how Bronte's looking here on the open face. Tapping into this one. She knows the importance of banking some kind of score out of this ride. Carissa will take on the winner of Semi-2. Tyler Wright and Caroline Marks, they'll be coming up in the next heat.
Bronte is such a talented surfer. The last time I had a matchup against her, she got me pretty good. So I knew coming up against her, I definitely had to surf a smart heat.
We get set for semi-final number 2. Tyler Wright taking on Caroline Marks. The winner of this one will surf against Carissa Moore in the final.
Caroline Marks, she has that Oki-esque backhand, and it is really exciting to watch. However, I think she's coming up against a really informed Tyler Wright.
Tyler Wright wrapping cutback to start things off, and then extends the line again on the second one, the end section. Now she starts to hook in, a nice layback snap to finish off. Great start for Tyler Wright.
Opening score for Tyler Wright, a 6.83.
We'll see if Caroline Marks can really push her on the opening exchange here. Good section, couple of hits, gets there nice and early to finish this one off.
I loved that she got up to that section with plenty of time to get the turn done and get out of danger.
Here goes Tyler now, live action. Good looking wall. Oh, an unbelievable grab rail carve to get started here from the 2-time world champion. As she now looks to link this one through to the inside, changes up the approach, pressing on those fins, and glides through a beautiful cutback. And there's that real emotion from Tyler Wright, and that should be a huge score.
I definitely think Tyler Wright is a world title contender this year. She has looked unstoppable. She's looked like the in-form surfer at every event. She's got a job to do, and I feel like she's going to do it.
The final for the Western Australia Margaret River Pro is now established for the women.
The women's final is set, and it will be a historic clash between two of the best. 5-time world champ Carissa Moore versus 2-time champion Tyler Wright.
Look at this one stood up perfectly for John.
Absolute mastery.
John Florence is the best surfer in the Margaret River lineup.
Finish.
Can Griffin Colapinto upset the champ? Joao Chianca is the #1 surfer in the world right now. Can the yellow jersey defeat Gabriel Medina? The men's semifinals are next. WSL presents the Western Australia Margaret River Pro. It's early morning on finals day, and the world's best are warming up for the finish of this iconic championship tour event. A clash of world champions begins the day, and Gabriel Medina looks unstoppable in a quarterfinal matchup with Felipe Toledo.
Gabriel Medina throws down the first turn of the morning.
We haven't seen the best of Gabriel in the last year or so, but you feel like he's warming up. You feel like he's starting to get into that groove, find that mojo.
It was all about the Medina show on the solid backhand attack on his road to his first semifinal at Margaret River and his first semifinal of 2023.
I'm just happy to make through the ninth, really. So whatever happens now, it's a win for me.
Yeah. The theme is just getting better and more refined every time.
Thank you.
Medina eliminates the current world champ, and Gabby moves into the semifinals, where he will be tested by the #1 surfer in the world right now, Joao Chianca.
Medina and Chianca meeting for the first time in their career at the championship tour level, and Gabriel, the 3-time champ, and now getting to spar with world #1.
These guys have been shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow. The war's already started before a score has dropped.
World #1 on his opener, throws out an exciting first turn. Carve, tail release, has to redirect and stops that turn short to make sure he rides away clean.
Not a bad opener.
Chianca takes the lead. Joao Chianca getting this wave. Chianca definitely controlling this heat. So 2 better scores already over the 3-time world champion. Medina looking for a 7.67 for the lead. Definitely his best wave so far. And his number's in. A 6.0. Best wave of the heat, now needs a 4.67 to take the lead.
A very exciting minute 45 to go here.
We've got Gabriel Medina with an important wave. He's already celebrating. It's official. Gabriel Medina takes out world #1 and enters his first final of his career at the Margaret River Pro.
Quarterfinal #4, Ethan Ewing up against John Florence. John Florence looks to light up main break once again.
John Florence continues a dominant run here at Margaret River, and Florence easily eliminates Ethan Ewing in the quarterfinals.
And there is a typical trademark John layback. John Florence charges into the semi-finals.
Out on the water now, we have Griffin Colapinto against Baron Mamiya.
Griffin Colapinto has quietly emerged as an event standout.
Drives up into the lip again, does really well to hang on to this one.
And the California kid defeats Baron Mamiya in the quarterfinals.
I'm up against John, he'll be doing those crazy carves. I feel like I can do a good carve if I get the right section, so yeah, it's gonna be all in.
Griffin Colapinto, John Florence. We are ready to start things off.
There's a lot of fun. There's definitely power.
Semifinal 2 will be a true battle royale. John Florence versus Griffin Colapinto.
You just want to see how someone's going to prepare against John. You know, John is the best at main break. What is someone gonna do to try to beat him?
Don't force it and let it happen and enjoy it.
I love it, Sneaky.
Love you. Love you too, bro.
Florence is always the man to beat when we come to the West. Florence lays into it. Griffin Colapinto, he's swinging on the open face.
Love the finish here, but look at that start. Wow, it just brings Wood right around, just beautiful body talk.
John says, why not investigate? He's got a big meaty section ahead of him. He just gets up there and does his typical layback.
Griffin takes this wave, needs just a 2.77. Nice blowtail in the end section. Yeah! Griffin says, thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a 9.00.
He is on the way to the finals.
That was the best heat, strategy-wise, performance-wise, I've seen of Griffin in his career.
Thank you. Proud of the little guy. There's a lot of work going in to surf, you know, heats all event and then step it up against John.
Yeah, John. Thank you. Thank you.
That is the mark of Griffin's career we're going to look at, as how he surfed beyond himself, didn't get carried away in John's plan, absolutely ripped.
Really over the moon, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to rein it back here because I'm pretty stoked. I mean, he got John, so I'm like, I'm only going if it's a perfect wave there. I tried to do this claim I've been working on, and then a golf swing didn't really come out very well, so maybe for the final.
Colapinto just changed his career in one moment.
The finals of the Margaret River Pro are next. First, can Griffin Colapinto shock the most feared competitor in the sport?
1 minute on the clock. Griffin needs a 9.34.
Then, world champions square off at main break. Carissa Moore versus Tyler Wright.
It's incredibly close. Can Tyler convert?
Who will raise the trophy here at the Western Australia Margaret River Pro? Welcome back to Western Australia for Stop 5 of the WSL Championship Tour. This is the finals of the Margaret River Pro. Gabriel Medina is considered the most feared competitor in the sport. When Medina is on, he is laser focused, mentally confident, and physically the most talented surfer in the world.
One of the best backhand turns I've seen at Jeffreys Bay.
He always starts a little slow, right? And then once he finds its rhythm, he reminds you like, oh, he's a savage.
Medina fired up. That is an ominous sight.
You're watching one of the best competitors of all time. What a talent that guy has. Medina looks like he's got a gigantic ramp. Whoa! He said his dream ever since he qualified was to be a 3-time world champion. He's part of the club.
3-time world champion Gabriel Medina is almost unstoppable when he reaches a championship tour final. Medina will be challenged by Griffin Colapinto, who is the sport's most talented rising star.
Gabriel Medina and Griffin Colapinto. They've got a cool relationship, but they're out for blood when it comes to a final. For Gabriel Medina, this event's kind of been his kryptonite, to be honest.
This is Gabriel Medina's opening wave, ladies and gentlemen. So the first blow has been struck with a huge spray off his top turn, kicking things off in fine style. 30 seconds after the blast of the siren. Really strong way to start. And here we go.
Griffin Colapinto with his opening ride of the final. Beautiful snap to float, rides out right in transition with the bottom turn. Throws down the wrap and end section. He flows right through beautifully. What a start to the final.
Both surfers surfing extremely well on the opening rides.
Second effort for Medina. Nice solid opening snap, big section, goes up quickly. It was a little messy there, but he stays on his feet. Little wrapping cutback, similar looking type of wave as his opener. And he'll extend the backhand float. Medina will get the lead change.
Gabriel Medina looking for his first win of 2023 and his first here in West Oz. Sets up another beautiful vertical hack with the tail release. Right back up to the top again. Will fight through the third turn and just force the finish.
Gabriel Medina, last wave, a 9.5.
1 minute on the clock. Griffin's going to take this wave. Needs a 9.34. Here comes the first turn. Belts it. Ton of power from Griff. Late under the lip, and he goes upside down.
Your Western Australia Margaret River Pro champion for 2023, the one and only Brazilian superstar, Gabriel Medina!
Gabe, you won it! You won the Margaret River Pro. How are you feeling right now?
It feels amazing. It's a contest that I always struggle to win, and just happy to serve, you know? Like, I've been struggling in a few events. Yeah, now I feel like I'm back, you know, in competition mode, and yeah, it's amazing.
Gabriel Medina claims his 17th championship tour victory. Joao Chianca, with a third place here in Western Australia, remains in yellow at the top of the leaderboard. Colapinto climbs to 4th place, and with the win, Medina jumps to 7th overall. And the 3-time world champ is back in the ring and ready to fight for a 4th world title.
Feeling I'm in the ribbon again. I just love it. That's why we're here for, you know, and to get the win, it's amazing.
The final heat of the 2023 Margaret River Pro will be a clash of world champions. 2 of the best talents in the game, Tyler Wright versus Carissa Moore.
Carissa versus Tyler Wright, a world champs final that we've been waiting for. Now live action from Carissa Moore. Feeling her way back into the pocket. And now the Hawaiian lights up that section. Incomplete on the finish. Just a 5-point ride. Tyler now trying to make a move under Carissa's watch. So smart decision here with a wide open face. Slingshot on the bottom turn, puts her out in front for the wrapping cutback. Fades it quickly, she's hoping for a solid end section. And now taps it over the end section, doesn't have enough room to ride away. Here's Carissa Moore on an important wave, trying to get back into the lead with Tyler Wright still out front. Wrist now into the end section, cool hack high off the lip line, and she will ride away.
Got to be the turn of the heat so far.
It's incredibly close. For Carissa's advantage, she's got the lead and priority.
30 seconds to go. I mean, is Tyler in position?
She's left Tyler all alone. Tyler Wright locking into a bomb. Wide open face, setup wrap. Can Tyler convert? Goes down another wrapping cutback, and she chatters out, doesn't get a finish. Carissa Moore takes out the Western Australia Margaret River Pro.
Carissa Moore celebrates her 27th championship tour victory. Moore, one of the greatest to ever put on a jersey, is back in the hunt for her 6th world title.
Carissa, your 3rd time being crowned champion here. How good does that feel?
It feels amazing. I think it's been 9 years since the last time I won this event, and I was beginning to think I couldn't do it.
Your champion of the Western Australia Margaret River Pro, Carissa Moore.
Carissa and Tyler now control the top of the women's leaderboard. Moore moves up to 2nd, and Tyler Wright is now #1 in the world and will be wearing the yellow jersey.
Carissa Moore now with 27 championship tour wins.
Next up, the road to the Rip Curl WSL Finals journeys to Central California. Put your hat on and saddle up for the Surf Ranch Pro. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching WSL Presents.